What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Dudes Who Bet Daily for a Saturday. No Somich today, but that's all right. We've still got his bet, but we've got the important ones, right, Papa Dude? You and I.
I guess. I'm telling you, it's tough right now. Logic doesn't mean anything. So it's crazy.
Listen, Somich grazed over it. The commenters wanted to know yesterday, and he just ignored them. I was very angry. Mm-hmm. Boxers or briefs was a big discussion for us. You learned about boxer briefs. Did you go to Walmart after the show Thursday?
I thought I had tried these before. So I dug deep down in my underwear drawer.
Okay.
By the way, men don't throw their underwear away.
Yes.
They don't. You just wear it till it disintegrates. It's just the way it is. And the only way it ever gets rid of is if your wife throws it out when she does the laundry. You know, and then you miss them. So anyway, I had to get down deep, deep, deep. And yes, I had 3 or 4 pairs. So I have tried them before. Didn't work.
Didn't work.
I didn't go.
Okay.
I thought I had.
Well, that was disappointing.
It is. So I'll just stick with the briefs. They work better than anything else.
Okay. Well, there you go. There's your update on that.
That's right.
Let's get out of the way as people are filtering in to start the show here. Let's get to it. A lot of people talking about Kentucky Derby workouts. We might graze on that here in a second, but let's get to the rundown first, and then we'll see if we've got a little time at the end. We don't have a ton of games to talk about today, so I think we might have a little time at the end to do a little ad-libbing, Papa Dude. That's what you and I do best. All right, let's get to it, though. NBA tonight. There's only one game. It's weird how the NBA does this. This is a second-round game.
Yeah.
Even there are still first-round games to go. Suns and Nuggets tonight. Nuggets a 3-point favorite. Where are you going?
I guess it's a Saturday, so they got to have a game tonight. And there's only one series to be settled, and that's the Kings and the Warriors, and they played last night. So they're going to go ahead and start round 2 before all of round 1 is finished. This is a toughie, and I went round and round and round with it. And I took the Suns. I think they're going to go in and steal this first game. I think the Nuggets have sat around a little bit too long. And I think the Suns are going to go in and get them. And I just don't like the Nuggets team. I think they depend too much on one guy. I'm not real impressed with the Suns either, but they got through that first round. I think they'll play a little better. So I took the Suns tonight to win and steal this game 1.
I am going with the Suns as well. And I said Somich wasn't here, but he sent in a best bet. We're all 3 on the Suns. His best bet tonight is the Suns +3. So we're all going with the Suns tonight. I think they just have a better overall roster. And I think you kind of touched on it. The Nuggets do really rely on 1, maybe 2 guys. Here, though, with the Suns, it seems like a deep team. Hopefully they're meshing together a little bit for the sake of our bets. I mean, I think they're still having trouble with that. But I think overall pretty good first series. Like I said, they weren't great, but they got it done. I think they'll be better in this series. So, yeah, give me the Suns as well. We're all going to be on them. All right, let's move to the ice where we've got 3 game 6s tonight. First one is the toughest one. As far as a series, the lead and the line, it's pretty much they're both -110, so pretty much a pick 'em game. What do you think? Leafs Lightning tonight.
I don't know why it's pick 'em. I think Tampa's going to win. I have no confidence in the Leafs now. I just don't. They should have won. They should have won in Game 5 and beat them. Did not. They've been outplayed the entire series. The only thing is we're both picking the Leafs, so we could jinx. I mean, we're both picking the Lightning, so we might jinx them. Because I think I've picked Toronto in every game in this series. I think I have, but I'm off of them tonight. I just don't have any confidence in them. I want them to get beat because I want to see that Game 7 in Toronto. I think it's just going to be awesome.
And maybe that's why I'll go ahead and put it. My best bet tonight's Tampa -110. I played them for a lot of money in Game 4, and I'm still sitting here scratching my head as to how they blew that game. You know,
yeah. They
had that game totally wrapped up and blew it. They blew both Games 3 and Game 4. I do not see Tampa losing 3 of these games at home in this series.
No, it would be all 3 home games.
Yes. I don't think it's going to happen. I like the Lightning. minus the 110 tonight. I think they're going to get it done. Oh boy, you're right. It's going to be something. Game 7 in Toronto, all that pressure. Let's not forget Game 7 in Toronto last year between these two teams, and the Tampa Bay Lightning were able to beat them. I don't know, Papa Dude. I think Tampa gets it done tonight.
I just wonder what's going to happen if they blow this and they blow a 3-1 lead in this series and they disappoint the franchise again. What is it going to take? They've been extremely fortunate to be ahead in this series. They have been outplayed.
Yeah.
And couldn't finish it off at home in a Game 5 when the Lightning had to be deflated. Yeah. Couldn't do it. And didn't look good at all. Mm-mm. And you just have to think the pressure on them is so intense.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard enough to win in the playoffs without pressure. But boy, when you got it on you like they do, it is so tough.
I mean, it's crazy. And Sylvain is right. Going to fire everybody this year. You know, last year it's like, well, they played really well. They almost beat them this year. They're gonna be
because Tampa slipped a little. You know, in the regular season, they weren't very good and they weren't playing well at all coming into the series. They had lost, you know, they were playing like 500 hockey for a long time. Mm-hmm. So I think that's part of it too. I don't think they fire everybody, but maybe they'd be better off just barely getting in the playoffs next year. Don't have such a great record. Just barely sneak in there. Yeah. You know, like Florida has. And maybe that would get some of the pressure off of them.
All right. Well, I like the Lightning tonight. So it'll be the best bet. We'll see what happens here. Let's keep the train rolling and let's go to the next one. And boy, this has been a series that's been very unpredictable as well. Devils and the Rangers. Rangers at minus 125 here. Total sitting at 5.5. All right, Papa Dude, where are we going here?
Well, this is my best bet.
There it is.
I want to go ahead and do it. I took the Rangers tonight because I just can't see the Devils winning 4 in a row. I just can't see it. I like the Devils. I think they win the series because I think they win Game 7. But I don't think they're that much better than the Rangers that they can win 4 in a row. Now, here's another thing we haven't talked about much. How much pressure's on the Rangers? They may be feeling a lot of pressure too because of the additions that they made to bolster that team, which everybody thought was really going to pay off for them.
Yep.
So they may be feeling a lot of pressure also, but I think they wake up tonight and get this one. I just don't think the Devils can beat them 4 in a row.
I kind of lean towards your line of thinking. I don't think they're going to lose all 3 games at Madison Square Garden either. So it feels like, gosh, they've got to come back and play a little bit better game. I went back and forth on this series. I finally got a game right in the series. I did pick the Devils in Game 5 and they won. I think they're going to win this thing. I don't know if it's going to be tonight, though. So I think we're going to see a Game 7 here, Devils-Rangers. Do you know when this series started, before they played a game, before they even played a second, we said this has got 7 written all over it.
Oh, yeah.
And then after 2 games, we said this has got sweep written all over it. I mean, this has just been a crazy game. Major credit to the Devils. They flipped the switch on the Rangers.
Well,
they just did.
They did. And they're just one of those teams we don't think of much. They're not high profile at all. Got a bunch of just muckers, but they're skilled, and they're just that way. And they've been that way forever. It seems like the Rangers overshadow them.
Yep.
In that New York market, I think, and then you got the Islanders as well. So to me, they're third out of those 3 teams. You know, I don't live up there, so I don't know, but just from what I feel, I think they don't get much credit, and we didn't credit them all year on this show either. And now they're proving they're pretty good. So
well, I don't think that's 100%. I didn't take them as a team that could make like a serious run, but I mean, you could tell they were a good team.
Yeah, but we kept waiting for them to fall.
Right, and that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. Waiting for them kind of going a slump, and they just never did. So
they never did. So they're solid.
All right. Well, we'll see if they can close it out. We both like the Rangers tonight, though. All right. One more hockey game tonight and another series that has just been out of control wild. The Oilers and the Kings. The Kings have been pests, man. They've really hung in there, but their backs are against the wall tonight. At least they are at home here for this Game 6. Oilers are minus 170. I don't think Somich wrote the total right. He says the total is 170. I think I'm going under that 170 total tonight between these 2 teams. But let's go here. Who you like here, Oilers or the Kings?
I think we saw a little bit of crack in the Kings goalie, just a little bit in the last 2 games.
Yeah.
He's not been bad, but he really is. In the overtime goal in game, what would that have been 4? Was not good, and then he didn't play great in game 5 up in Edmonton. So he was super before that. And so he's got to bounce back and play lights out tonight for them to win. I just think Edmonton's got a little bit too much skill.
Yeah.
And if they bring it tonight, I think they're going to end the series tonight. I think they're just a little bit better than the Kings. So I went with the Oilers. Before we forget it, let's talk the other Kings when we get done with this.
Yeah, we will. We definitely will. Like I said, we'll have a little bit of time at the end because, like I said, we've got major games, huge games. It's a great night in sports, but there aren't a ton to talk about. Right. We've only got one more, and it's a baseball game. We'll grace through. I don't know why he put that one on there, but look, Sylvain asked the question. He said, "I do not remember first round series been so good. How about you?" So I don't either.
Well, Sylvain, before we started it, we thought this was going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, there were just too many teams that were so even, and they've not disappointed. If you like hockey, that Florida-Boston game last night was unbelievable. That was just a tremendous hockey game.
Yep.
And that would be a game where if you were just an average fan and you didn't really care and you didn't have anything to do and you just sat down and started watching that, you would think, wow, this is the greatest sport I've ever seen. Yeah, because that was just a fantastic hockey game.
You said that. I was watching with a couple people that aren't really hockey people. They're like, my goodness, they are getting after it. It's like, yeah, they are. It's been fun. And what's made it really fun, a few of the series you knew from the start, and it kind of was that way. Hey, this is gonna be a battle. But some of these, it kind of looked like they were going to end pretty quickly. And then somehow the other team just found a way. And that's like the Devils. And that's the Florida Panthers. As much as I like Florida, when they went down 3-1, I thought, well, here's an early, 4-1 type of series. It's going to finish. The battle back has been incredible. And they had chances to absolutely wilt last night even. They fell behind 5-4. I thought, well, you texted me and you said, that's it.
On a shorthanded goal.
Yeah, you text me and you said, that's it. It's 5-4. They just scored. There's 8 minutes left in the game. They came back and beat them. So,
and they throttled them.
Yep. So you got to give them a ton of credit.
Oh, you do. And they are very talented, and they're as good as anybody. And you just got to throw their record out. And we talked about it before we went on the air, how Boston can't keep them out in front of their net. They're just getting point blank shots.
It's crazy. And Kevin says, look, they do look a little bit rattled. Last night, I thought they looked rattled.
Yeah.
When they lost game 5, I wasn't too concerned I don't listen. I'm rooting for Florida. So let me backtrack. I wasn't too concerned about their chances. But games last night, I thought, they're going to have to show some fortitude.
I think when they scored that shorthanded goal, they thought they had that game.
Yep.
But they can't keep Florida from getting point-blank shots, and you can't do that in hockey. And like you said, Florida's too fast. They're beating them to the punch, and they're getting that. How many teams have done? Hardly anybody can do that to Boston. Get inside that zone like they are doing. So Boston's going to have to tighten things up. And you talk about pressure. Woo, they've got it. But back to this game. Are you taking Edmonton tonight?
Yeah, I am taking Edmonton tonight. Yeah, I am taking Edmonton tonight. So, all right, let's go on. We got one baseball game. Braves minus 178 versus the Mets, total 7.5. Any care about this one?
No, it's way too early in the season. Why is that on there?
I don't know. I wonder if he just left that on from a previous day. I didn't look at any baseball.
Well, it's a pretty good matchup. These two teams, they're pretty good rivals. They've had some rivalries over the years. Atlanta's got a great pitcher going tonight. So I took the Braves, and they're playing really well.
Yep. All right, sure. Let's go to the Braves. All right, let's go to Churchill Downs. Churchill Downs opens up. We are 1 week away from the Kentucky Derby, folks, as we get into the horse racing part of the show now. 1 week away. Churchill Downs opens up tonight. It's a night racing at Churchill Downs. First post time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to go all the way to race 9. Stay up late tonight, kids. 10:11 post time p.m. Eastern time for this one. $175,000 stakes. The Roxalana stakes, overnight stakes. There's 6 furlongs, field of 6. I chose this because Pretty Birdie, a horse that you like, is in here. She's not the favorite because the number 1 Frank's Rocket is, and she's really been on a roll. 2 horses we know a lot about. We've seen a lot. What do you think?
Well, I had to look twice to make sure we had the right race, because usually we got a race with nothing that we have to pick from. Seems like, where anybody can win. If you just look at the form and you just look at the statistics, how can you pick against number 1? I mean, 26 starts. Is either finished first or second 20 out of 26 times. That's pretty good. That's a really good horse, and finished third 3 other times. So first, second, or third, 23 out of 26 starts. Comes into this race running lights out really, really well. So it's won its last 2 races, both grade 3s by 20 lengths.
Yeah.
How can you pick against that horse? I just can't. So Pretty Birdie, here's what worries me about it. Pretty Birdie. The last time out, I think I might have I wasn't there, but I was watching.
Mm-hmm.
The fractions out of the gate were unbelievable. He was just flying and then stopped. And I don't know why. I don't know whether the jockey may have pulled him up thinking he might have been hurt. I don't know. He lost by 20 lengths.
Yeah.
I can't pick him against this powerhouse horse that just runs great every time. The one I think that could win is the 6, Capelia. Or Capelio, however you pronounce it. Hasn't ran since the 31st, but has hit the board the last 5 starts, won a $300,000 race at Churchill, I think in November. Knows how to win at this track. This one looks pretty scary to me. So I would go 1-6-5 in this one.
Well, I do like the 6 a little bit as well, but I think the 5 is the bigger threat. I think you talked about it. Last time out, just ran too fast, too early, and just stopped. I think today, with a shorter field, you don't have a ton of other speed in this race. Could just get on the lead and be tough to run down. End of the day, though, Frank's Rocket looks too good right now. I mean, she, I should say, has been fantastic the last 2 starts. I think she's going to be good today. So I do like the 5 to kind of get out there. And if you're going to play the alternate to the big favorite, the 5 to me is the one to play. But I think Frank's Rocket has enough early speed to kind of track that horse and then go get her in the stretch. So give me the 5, or excuse me, give me the 1 over the 5 straight in that race.
Okay, so let me ask you this. If you're playing what do they have, the late pick 5, pick 6, whatever, or pick 4, do you single? Are you confident enough in the 1 to single it?
Yeah, I think you have to. I think these Churchill races are pretty difficult overall today. So I think the 1 is the single in the late pick 5. If you want to play another pick 3 within that pick 5, you might try to use the 5 for a little bit of insurance, go short in another leg to keep that price down and play it for like $3 or $5. But in the pick 5, you're going to have to single this race, whether it is the 1 or you're going to say, I'm going to get aggressive and single the 5, or I'm going to get aggressive and single the 6 because of the Churchill Downs form. So
now, do you think
that's the race you single in?
I don't watch Churchill a lot, but I could see this horse maybe going 1-5.
I would think so. I don't think you can play Frank's Rocket in a win wager.
No.
You're going to have to play her on top and straight in an exacta.
So if anything, the odds are going to go down, which isn't good.
Yeah. And
it's just one of these races where guys, you get in these pick 5s, you have to put the favorite in there because you might lose.
Yeah, well, you have to either in this situation play the favorite as a single, or go against the favorite.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
You have to single this favorite.
Yeah. Or you don't play 3 horses and she's one of them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But when you do that, but when you do that, you got to look at the sequence and see if there's some long shots in there that's logical to come in.
Yeah.
Because if you leave, let's say you hit a couple, but you leave this horse off, you're going to get your ass beat.
Yeah.
So I've heard you say this before. Sometimes you've got to bite the bullet and put that horse in there and just single it,
Yep.
because there's nothing worse than hitting a couple of long shots in a pick 5, and you didn't put a logical winner in there.
Yeah.
And a lot of people goof up and they don't do that.
And in this sequence, there are a couple of logical mid-priced horses around Frank's Roquette. So, and again, it's all about if you like her,
Yeah, exactly.
The one thing I try to preach to people, not all 1-5s, 2-5s are created equally, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying always single the 1-5. I'm saying
exactly.
if you love the horse, single the horse. If you think the horse is beatable, then just don't play it at all and try to get creative against it.
Yeah.
So that's where it's at. And Michael brings up a tremendous point. Like Dr. Ting, who's closing out a pick 5 and did not have We the People yesterday. And we've talked about this. Dr. Ting was alive to over $45,000 yesterday because he left out We the People. The problem that happened with him is We the People paid $9,000 for the pick 5, right?
Mhm.
So if he throws We the People in, he's winning $9,000. But he didn't believe We the People was a horse that should be that low. So he went against him. That is the decisions you make. I've seen Dr. Tang single horses like that in the past.
Exactly.
He did not have that horse because he didn't believe in that horse.
Yeah.
And
that's what you have to do.
But,
just and just throwing this out here, this is a horse that Frank's Roquette, that you have to respect because he's 23 for 26 hitting the board.
Well, and let's look at We the People versus Frank's Roquette, right?
Okay.
Hadn't seen We the People since last year.
Right.
Okay. He's with a different trainer, albeit a better one, but still.
Those are all signs, Yeah.
All the 3-year-olds that have come back have not been great this year.
Right.
So there were signs to say, well, I'll take a shot against this short price. Now, did I know? But do I hate somebody taking a shot against? Not really, because there were signs. You just said it. Frank's Roquette is in form right now, has been around, has been winning tougher racers than this. To me, she is a more logical horse to single than, let's say, We the People.
Exactly.
Yeah. And look, We the People We the People did win. Frank's Roquette may lose, but still, that comes down to opinions. What you really the thing that's not an opinion is, in the long run, you have to play kind of the way we're talking about. You can't say, hey, I hate this favorite, but I'm going to throw it into pick 5.
It all comes down to how you handicap and how you bet a race. And some people just simply cannot bring themselves to bet a 1-5, 2-5, whatever. Just can't do it. And you lose a lot of times when you don't. Now, if you're like me, you probably will be out of it before you ever get to that one. So
well, that's the other thing. She's in the 4th leg, so hopefully
that's right.
No matter what you do there.
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. But anyway, that's kind of the rant on that.
I think this horse wins today. You're cutting out.
Uh-oh.
Now you're back.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I do.
I think so too. Okay. Well, looks like my internet's getting a little shoddy, so we better get out of here pretty quickly.
Okay.
What do we have? Anything else? You got anything else to talk about? Oh, you want to talk about the
Warriors and Kings last night? God, that was unbelievable, wasn't it? How they went in there and shot the lights out of it, and the Warriors looked a little old last night. So what are you thinking? Well, I guess we'll talk about that tomorrow. I mean, that sets up another unbelievable Game 7 tomorrow.
Yep, it does. It's going to be great. We will see. I don't know what I'm going to do with that game. Real quick, we'll go over these best bets again in case I cut out completely. We'll just end this thing. But I'm going to go Lightning -110. Somich is going Suns +3. And you are going Rangers -125. So I wanted to make sure to get that read out for everybody here. Let's see. Final thoughts. Oh, a lot of people talking about workouts. Do you care about workouts for the Kentucky Derby?
No,
Me neither.
not at all.
No.
I don't get to thinking about the Kentucky Derby till they draw on Monday. Then I will start worrying about it. But till that draws out, I don't worry about a thing.
Yep, exactly. Listen, our week has been awful, and every time we get ahead, we have an awful week. So hopefully we get it turned around. I got 3 pretty good feelings. I think these are good bets today, but hey, they're best bets. I think that every day. Sometimes
That's right.
Sometimes.
See, I have no confidence in any of them today. So there you go.
Well, there you have it. All right. Well, the arguments of the workouts will continue in the chat long after we're gone, I'm sure. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Guys, it's going to be fun. I will not be here tomorrow, so Somich and Papa Dude will take you home. I will be flying, so everybody have a good rest of your weekend. We'll see you tomorrow. And guess what, Papa Dude? The next time I'm on here for a live show, will be the Kentucky Derby draw.
Oh, that's Monday.
That is Monday. We will be live during the Kentucky Oaks.
What time is that? What time is it? 11?
I think it's noon.
Noon
Central. Yeah.
Noon Central. Okay.
Yeah. So we will see what happens. We're 1 week away. Calm before the storm. Everything very calm today will not be calm a week from right now. That much.
God, it'll be chaos.
Yep, it will be a zoo. All right, guys, we will see you back here tomorrow. Papa Dude and Somich will be here, and I will see you Monday for the Kentucky Derby draw. I hope everybody has a good weekend, and we'll see you right back here on the show tomorrow.